Nevcom.
Nefarious 2. Judge and Executioner. Part 4.
The wife and I looked at this street when we were moving a couple of years ago. It'd be lovely for the kids.
Yes.
This is the one here, number 27, ground floor flat.
I can't see anything inside.
Curtains drawn, it said on the report.
Nothing in this window either, apart from about 25 years of dirt. What was it the key holder said?
That we could effect entry as long as we repair any damage at our own cost.
Last of the great philanthropists, then.
I wondered what you brought the asp for.
Well, it's not for going on the beat. Let's try the front door. That glass looks the easiest to break. All right, here goes. Right, we're in. Oh, another bloody door.
This one's open, I think.
Oh, here, put this over your nose and mouth.
You still carry a mask?
You're lucky I do. I'll use this scarf.
There's a lot of flies round this door.
Let's start there then. Oh my God! What the hell happened in here? Oh, over here. She's over here. Oh, God.
What?
That! Oh, I've not paid enough to be anywhere near that. Oh, get soccos down here. And open the windows. I'll get Keith Davidson over. Oh, where the bloody hell is Kirsty March?
This is Birmingham New Street, Birmingham New Street. Passengers travelling to Manchester Piccadilly, please stay on platform 3B.
Sorry, love. Thanks.
Salt.
Taxi!
Lizzie, you always bring me to the nicest places.
Oh, thanks for coming, Professor Keith. Oh, Kirsty, get canvassing the area. See if you can get hold of Wade. I think he's going to want to see this. Oh, and I want a word with you in my office later. Okay, Gov.
Trouble in paradise?
No, don't ask. Oh. Earlier this morning, DS Gale and I forced entry to this ground floor property and found what we think are the remains of Hazel McKnight. Body's quite far gone.
So I see.
We got rid of the flies.
Yes, they've been busy. I've rarely seen that many larvae outside of a laboratory. It's going to take me a while to piece together what is eiderdown and what is human remains.
I know it's a big ask, but can you hazard a time of death?
Months, not weeks. I'd say she's been sealed in here and not been moved. With this level of decomp, I'd hazard 6, 7 months. It's been exceptionally hot, though, which could have accelerated the process of desiccation.
Anything you can tell me? Can you see any of the usual signs of our old friend Rhadamanthus? We only found her because one of his cryptic messages hinted there was another body out there.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Gov, I can't reach the super. Apparently he's out of the office today. Something to do with Birmingham.
Keep the change, mate.
Hello?
Detective Chief Superintendent Mike Wade, MIT, Metropolitan Police. Can I come in?
Of course.
I've already spoken to your co-workers in the complaints.
I'm not with the Rubber Heels.
Then what do you want?
To know where you were on 17th of October 2006. Where you really were.
Oh, I don't believe this.
You'd better believe it, son. Do you keep a diary?
A diary?
Yeah. A little book you write all your appointments in. No? Now, I know I'm an old man. I struggle to remember what I was doing a particular day last week. A younger man such as yourself might get back to this date last month. But you're asking my colleagues to believe you remember exactly where you were and what you were doing on the 17th of October, 18 years ago? Forgive me, but I find that just a little hard to believe.
Well, when you watch the busies fitting up your mate, you don't forget when it happened.
What day of the week was it? So you remember the date, but not the day? That's just one more thing in your story that doesn't add up. Your file says you're unemployed. But you've got a telly bigger than my front room, and the latest iPhone Max. I hear cocaine is awfully expensive these days. Do you know what a stool pigeon is, Malcolm? I can call you Malcolm. Good. A stool pigeon is a pigeon. Imagine the lovely feathers. And he draws other pigeons into a trap. And I think someone who wants to, forgive the pun, feather her own nest is using you as a nice, fluffy stool pigeon to draw a very good colleague of mine into a trap.
No.
Listen, let me tell you how I think it went down. Indulge me?
Go on then.
A DCI, let's call her Laura for argument's sake, is looking for promotion out of the Rubber Heels. She spots you as a known associate of Zechariah Baines, who wants to appeal his conviction, our Zechariah, that is. And out of liberal indignation at the injustice of it all, she decides she's going to do herself and Mr. Baines a favour in one go. 2 birds with 1 stone, if you will. She's going to have her old mates on the Birmingham Constabulary forget they found drugs in your car when you were pulled over for speeding. But in return, she has some very pressing questions about the day Baines was nicked. I'm not saying she put the words in your mouth, Malcolm, but I am saying she helped you paint a picture in your mind of the search of Zechariah Baines's flat. How am I doing so far?
Ah, now, come on, why would she do that?
Well, Malcolm, this is just a guess, but springing Mr. Baines from the nick and taking down a rival DCI for corruption, one who's hoping for the same promotion, in one go, would be a rather nifty day's work. Don't you think, Malcolm? After all, even if she doesn't get her rival fired, the whiff of scandal will stick to that poor copper's career like glue.
I suppose.
You want to know a funny thing, Malcolm? Cocaine is a very difficult thing to get rid of. Entirely, I mean. There's always traces. You weren't even in London on October the 17th, 2006, were you, Malcolm? See, I dug a bit deeper than DCI Laura and found that you were in custody in Portsmouth Nick that day. I'm willing to bet even if it was dawn raid on Baines's flat, you couldn't have got yourself down there in time to get nicked later that morning. Now that's what I call a rookie error. But I'm going to let you off. You're going to withdraw your statement saying you saw D.I. Ray Burrell and DS Lizzie McHugh planting evidence in Zechariah Baines's flat. I'm going to call the Rubber Heels in the morning, and if I find you haven't withdrawn it, I'm going to have half the coppers in the West Midlands turning over this flat, and they'll find more than you could imagine in your wildest dreams, son. Okay? I said okay, son?
Okay.
Oh, Mum,
Yes?
this came for you while you were out.
Oh, not another one of those padded envelopes. At least we know it's not likely to be a bomb. Thanks, Sarge. What the hell? Is that human hair? Sorry, can you get the next one? Thanks.
Dear Lizzie, it's like the tortoise and the hare, isn't it? Except you're the hare and I'm the tortoise.
2 out of 10 for originality.
Here's the last clue for you. The enclosed hare is from Hazel McKnight. Just get that geriatric doctor I watched bumbling around earlier to DNA test it and you'll see. Her sin was gastrimargia, good old-fashioned gluttony. Don't you have to laugh how we live in a country where it's basically illegal to hate anyone, and yet it's petty jealousies and little hatreds that keep the people in the country going. Hazel McKnight was consumed by her hatred, and in the end it's hate that consumed her. Last one is tonight. Pornea. Why don't you ask your little pet expert to translate the meaning of that one?
Dr. Wright? What's she got to do with all this?
I've done my best to help you keep up with me, Lizzie, but the game is in its last throes now. I think you already know who I am, but I doubt you'll prove it in time to stop me winning. I'm at the end. I've judged, and you're not even on the board yet. After tonight, Rhadamanthys will retire from the bench and return to Hades. I think I've done enough to remind you and everyone else of how much casual evil there still is in the world. Good luck. 2 girls together share one life, but as 2 girls, they don't exist. If 2 become one, but naught can know, then when shall come the final twist?
Alan?
What's the matter?
Has Kirsty got back from the crime scene yet?
Oh, she's been in and gone out again to forensics. Something Professor Davidson wanted to show us?
We'll get her to see me as soon as she gets back.
What's the matter?
Kirsty is the final target of Rhadamanthys. Read this. I'd like to say she looks better than when I saw her at the flat.
Alas, I'm no mortician. Weeks of 30-degree heat and months in a sealed room have seen to decomp. But it wasn't the unfortunate Miss McKnight I wanted to show you. Is DCI McHugh too busy to grace these unhallowed halls these days?
No, the governor's holding the fort on her own today. Wade's pissed off to Birmingham. Sorry, Professor.
Oh, where was it?
What is it, Professor?
Ah, here it is.
A fingernail clipping? That's a funny thing to lose at a crime scene.
Well, not just any fingernail clipping. It matches the DNA reference sample from the coffee cup and the DNA from the hair caught in the envelope glue.
Hutton. The cover's had him marked all along, but his alibi for Pat Griffith stubbornly won't budge. Sorry, Professor. Gotta run. There's something I need to check out.
You'll tell DCI McHugh?
Yes.
Holborn, this is Holborn. Change here for Piccadilly line services to Heathrow Airport. Customers are reminded there is no lift service.
London Solicitors Guild. Oh, what is it, Alan? The governor wants to see me when I get back. What else is new? Probably wants to discuss my private life. Lamb's Conduit. Where are you? Aha! Here we are. The London Solicitors Guild is supposed to be at number 42. 36. 38. 40. 42. What's this? 40. 44. This must be 42. But it's a hair salon. Hi, DC Kirsty March, MIT. I'm wondering if you can help me. I'm looking for the London Solicitors Guild.
Ah, not them again.
I'm not the first to ask.
Oh no, lassie. Nor the last. You're the first police we've had, though. Usually it's wives after their husbands.
What do you mean?
Well, it's a scam, isn't it? One of those phone numbers you can call.
I'm sorry, you've lost me.
You're new to this game, lassie. Men in suits have affairs, right? Men in suits don't want to lose the cosy homestead with Lassie and bairns, right? Men in suits pay for an answer phone service to help them lie to Lassie and bairns, right? You know, your hubby is out late, says he's on overtime, or at a work do, right? Well, actually, he's in the Strand Palace having hot magandy with his mistress, right?
So, you're saying there never was any London Solicitors Guild event here on Wednesday the 27th of July?
There's not even a London Solicitors Guild, lassie. It doesn't exist. And if you speak to whoever it is on the phone, tell them to give out Tony and Guy's address from now on.
Kirsty, I need to see you back at the office. Gov, the London Solicitors Guild doesn't exist. What? It doesn't exist. Hutton's alibi is fake. It's just a phone number people use for cover when they want to lie about where they were. All right, well, we'll get on to it. Get back here and be ready to go out again. You and me are going to pick up Hutton.
Did you sort it, Mike?
It's done.
He's going to withdraw it?
Yes, sir. Look, can I ask where you got the information about Portsmouth Nick from?
No idea what you're talking about, Mike.
It says on the file.
Well, if it says so on the file...
You mean...
You do believe DCI McHugh is innocent, Mike?
Of course, but...
Well, that's what matters, isn't it? Remember that, the next time the rubber heels come sniffing round you.
We're even Stevens now, though, right, sir?
For now, Mike. Suppose I better get DCI Laura uptight back in here.
So the whole setup is a scam? Just like the hairdresser's receptionist said?
Yes, apparently he's had an account with them for the last 18 months.
I think it's this one, Gov.
Mrs. Adhikari,
Yes?
thank you for seeing us so quickly. I'm Detective Chief Inspector McHugh. This is Detective Constable March.
Hi.
Please, come this way. While we understand that our services are sometimes used for less than honest motives, I was truly shocked when my PA told me about the nature of your inquiry.
You've known Mr. Hutton long?
He seemed like such a respectable man. I never thought.
In my job, people are rarely what they seem.
Well, this is what we have on him. And this is his number, 07586.
Kirsty, can you get that down and check it against the number we have for Hutton?
This is the London Solicitors Guild. How may I help you?
That's exactly what they said on the phone when I called him.
Well, I'm ashamed to admit that you called here. You see, every time that number comes up, our computer knows that it is a call regarding the London Solicitors Guild, and that's a number on Mr. Hutton's account. The operative screen then tells them how to answer the call. It's defined by the phone numbers, so one client can have multiple phone numbers on their account linked to different fictional businesses.
Very ingenious. Sorry, gotta take this. Back from the Brum, sir? Yes, sir. We've got him. Right away, sir.
Okay, everyone, listening up. We finally got enough to bring Hutton back in. This time it's going to stick. Lizzie, tell us what we've got.
We've got forensic evidence connecting Paul Hutton to the Hazel McKnight and Pat Griffith murders. We've got circumstantial linking him to Mariam Khan and Giorgio Demetriou. We don't currently have anything to connect him to Jeremy Murdoch, but I think his selection of victims simply based on having had past altercations with them gives us more than enough to get that taken into consideration, especially with the pattern and the distinctive MO. But most importantly of all, we've broken his alibi.
Do you think we'll be able to make Murdoch stick as well?
We're damn well gonna try. But there's no forensic and no circumstantial on that one. And with the CPS's lack of enthusiasm for anything other than an easy collar, who knows if they'll go for it.
So what's next?
We go get him. I want to strike all his known locations simultaneously. His office, the inner London sessions, and his home. I'm going to take his office. Kirsty, you take his home address. And Alan, you take the sessions.
Righto, Mom.
Okay, I make that 14,300 hours exactly. Let's go.
Go, go, go. Nothing, sir.
Nothing, sir.
Nothing, sir.
Where the hell is he? Search the surrounding areas. I want Paul Hutton nicked. By tonight.
DCI tape. Come on in.
Sir?
Take a seat. I want us to wrap this Zechariah Baines business up right now.
It's an active IOPC investigation, sir.
Not anymore, it isn't. Or hadn't you heard? Your star witness just sunk with all hands.
Sir?
Something about being banged up in Portsmouth Nick at the same time as witnessing 2 Met police officers run a fit-up in London. Impossible, apparently. You know, you really should dig a little more deeply before you target one of my best detectives' head for your trophy wall.
With all due respect, sir, I'm going to have to consult the Commissioner before I
think you'll find the Commissioner agrees with me that this investigation should be concluded as quickly as possible, and that your report will say there was inconclusive evidence against D.I. Burrell. And DS, now DCI, McHugh is exonerated completely.
Sir, this is highly irregular.
Chalk it up, Chief Inspector. Or will that be plain old Inspector from now on? That'll be all.
Sir?
Okay, so what's the plan now?
We can't trace Hutton anywhere. Alan, anything on his mobiles?
Nothing, Mom. SIM cards are gone, most likely.
And he's not been back to collect his car from the NCP.
And no one has picked him up on CCTV.
Well, he knows we're on to him now. And he's as good as said so in the last letter.
And we wait. He can't hide forever.
It's what he's got in mind for Kirsty that worries me, sir. The last riddle from Rhadamanthus specifically refers to Kirsty's domestic situation. Hutton makes specific reference to it ending tonight. And I'm worried he's put a target on Kirsty's back. Could we put an obbo outside her flat, too?
I've already got stakeouts on Hutton's office and flat. And now you want me to stake out Kirsty's place and all? Do you know how much overtime that is?
I really think, sir, that...
All right. But you can explain it at the next budget meeting.
I think whatever's going to happen is going to happen tonight. And I think the threat to Kirsty's life is credible. There's no long-term commitment, sir.
Okay. We're going to play it like this. Go and get your Fs now, and draw small arms. I've pre-authorised for every member of this team. SL-19 have blanked us. No history of Hutton using firearms. So, we're on our own. Meet back here in the squad room at 1900 hours for a final briefing. Kirsty, I think you should sit this one out, given Hutton's interest in you, okay?
You won't get any argument from me, sir.
It goes without saying. Be safe out there.
Hannah, that was such a gorgeous evening. Thank you. After the last couple of weeks on this Hutton case, I really needed it.
It's my pleasure. And now we're official, and you've told that boyfriend of yours. There'll be plenty more nights out.
I couldn't have hidden it any longer.
Have you told DCI McFrumpy?
Oh, don't start, Hannah.
I suppose now you're my girlfriend. I'm going to hear that all the time.
Wait to mobile units. Anything yet?
Nothing, sir.
Nothing here either, sir. DR Simcox?
Nope, not so much as an urban fox.
This beats the night bus any day.
A working copper like you is far too old for that sort of thing. Seriously though, aren't you worried about this Hutton guy? You met him, didn't you?
I did. I interviewed him the first time.
But doesn't it creep you out, knowing you've been in a room with someone like that?
It creeps me out more knowing he probably wants to make me his next victim. Thanks for letting me stay at yours tonight.
How else am I going to get to make you my dessert?
Sir, something's not right. It's way too quiet. I've been outside Kirsty's flat for 3.5 hours with PC King here.
He's not been back here either.
He specifically mentioned Kirsty's living arrangement in his riddle.
She's still out on the town.
I guess so. But why hasn't Hutton shown up to case the joint? Although he's a reactionary, he's meticulous when he kills. And yet, there's been nothing.
And here we are. Home. Is that door open? Someone's fiddled with the bloody lock. Look!
Yeah. Did you leave any lights on?
I don't think so. I haven't been back since I went out this morning. I don't like this. You're not going in there.
Kirsty, what is it? You okay?
Yes, Gov. But we've just got back to Hannah's and it looks like there's been a break-in.
All right, ping me the address. I'm on my way. Constable, I need to use the car for a few minutes. Hold the fort here and buzz me if anything happens. Heaven forfend. Here you are. Keep the coffee. Is there any sign of anyone there?
No. The property is completely dark. Just the side door is open. And there are signs that a lock's been tampered with.
Nice part of town you live in, Doctor, right? All right, any sign of life?
Nothing yet.
Okay, you two stay here. I'm going in to have a look. If you're still here, Paul, it's not too late. Just give it up. I know you're angry, and I know you want justice. Oh my God, what was that? Oh, bloody coat.
Oh, I guess it'll have to be you.
No, Paul. No, it doesn't have to end like this.
Oh, come on! What? Are you saying I can go back to living quietly in suburbia as a productive member of society?
No, but you've made your point. Killing me isn't going to achieve anything more.
It isn't gonna cost me anything either. For fuck's sake, I've killed 5 people. There's nothing they can add to my sentence.
Tell them why, then. Tell me.
Sins. They had to die. People have lost their moral compass, and they had to be seen to pay the price. Ugh. Rhadamanthys had to come back from the dead. It was inevitable. Love is a strange brooch in this all-hating world. I tried to show love to the world, but the world, this benighted country, only shows me hate. I had to do it, and I have to do this!
Do you think I should call Wade?
Not yet. He's probably long gone.
Did you hear that?
Now you should call Wade.
Come in, Mike. Take a seat.
Thanks, sir.
I suppose I should thank you. The paramedics said if you hadn't got there when you did, Lizzie would have died.
Sir.
What the hell happened in that flat, Mike?
You mean, why wasn't I there? We were oboing 3 locations. Hutton's flat and work, and DC March's place. He'd indicated she was the next target. What we didn't anticipate was that he'd know about her relationship with Dr. Wright and go there instead.
But why was Lizzie in there on her own?
She shouldn't have done that. The uniform PC said she just drove off without saying where she was going.
You alright, Gov? Thank you. You saved my life. And Hannah's. The folks at the station have got a card and a present all ready for you when you wake up. Even Simcox put in. I knew you wouldn't believe that. For once it'll be my turn to have a go at you for oversleeping. I'd give anything to...
What does the quack say? About Lizzie?
Still touch and go, sir. No vital organs damaged, but she lost a lot of blood and is still in a deep coma.
Wait and see. I see. An officer got stabbed, Mike. You know there's going to have to be an inquiry into the handling of this cock-up. Oh, Lizzie. You silly... Well, I'll tell you this. There's no room for you down at Westminster Mortuary. So there. You can't bloody well die. I've got a pile-up and a house fire to get through when I get back to the office. And I'm not cutting you up on my slab. So, you'd better just buck up and get back to work. Okay? And what about Hutton?
You know he's dead, sir. Turns out he hadn't cased the dock's drum as well as he thought he had. He stabbed Lizzie and made his exit out the French doors from the kitchen.
So how did you come upon him then?
He hadn't reckoned on the garden being secured with broken glass on top of the walls. There's an ornamental gate set in the wall, but it doesn't open. He obviously assumed it would, so now he's trapped in the back garden. The Doc and Kirsty saw him go and hide in the rundown shed. When I challenged him, he ran at me brandishing a hunting knife. So I shot him. Twice. It was a clean shoot.
Yeah, I know, Mike. SO-19 has already completed its investigation. Gave you a clean bill of health.
There's a first time for everything, sir.
Well, you better tie up any loose ends and close the file. At least the CPS will be pleased Hutton's not going to need an expensive prosecution.
Best all round this way, I'd say, sir.
Ah, Lizzie. I'm glad to see you're awake now.
Thank you, sir.
Sue Brennan says she'll be along when she can. What does the quack say?
Oh, it's going to take a bit, but I should make a full recovery.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. Of course, you must take as much leave as you need.
Thanks, sir.
And when you get back, I want to talk about your future.
Sir, before you read me the riot act about going in without backup, I need you to know I'd do it again. And every time. If any of my officers' lives were in danger.
I can't officially sanction that, but I understand. And I wouldn't dare try and tell you otherwise. There's going to be more and more of this, of course. Nutters, I mean. And we live in a country with more laws about hate than anywhere else in the world. So why is it only making people hate each other more?
Someone else said the same thing to me very recently.
Oh, really? You've presumably heard that while you were doing your Sleeping Beauty impression, the Zechariah Baines case got kicked back?
Not before time.
Of course, the CPS are furious they've lost out on their moment of public self-flagellation.
Bunch of pious bastards. They've only got themselves to blame.
And of course it's done DCI Tate's career no favours at all.
Again, sorry, not sorry.
Now, as you know, Detective Superintendent Murray is retiring at the end of September, so there's going to be an MIT Detective Superintendent vacancy coming up.
Sir,
I can't officially tell you this, but now DCI Tate has withdrawn her application for personal reasons, and on my advice. There's no one standing in the way of you stepping up.
I'm not sure I want to, sir.
What do you mean? The job's in your blood, just like it's in mine.
I used to think that, but all this has made me wonder if I don't just want to change before it's too late.
Well, I'll leave it with you. But I really don't think you can turn your back on the last 25 years of your life that easily.
25 years, eh? Where's all that gone? Silly cow.
Well, I think this is a good point to conclude this promotions review board. And we, on the panel, have seen some of the best talent and dedication the Metropolitan Police Force has to offer. And I think we have much food for thought and plenty to digest.
Commissioner, I hope you don't mind me interrupting at this late stage.
I did wonder why you were here, Mike. It's not usual for Detective Chief Superintendents to come to promotions boards uninvited. And I'm afraid I'm not planning to retire just yet.
No, ma'am. I wanted to come today to represent DCR Lizzie McHugh. As you may know, she was recently seriously injured in the line of duty, so she can't be here herself.
I heard, and I'm very sorry.
I have a feeling she wouldn't be speaking up for herself if she were here today, so in her absence, I must. I also recognise it's highly unusual for a senior officer to attend a promotions board on behalf of a junior colleague, but as she can't be here today...
Well, Detective Chief Inspector McHugh is very lucky. Not only does she have the backing of her senior officer, but her application papers came to me direct from the Assistant Commissioner Crime. Fear not, Mike. The panel will make the right decision.
Ma'am.
Oh, I'm so bored of tea. I never knew I could hate a drink this much. It's
Still, better leave the gin to next week. At least the hot weather's finally broken. I bet I can guess what this is. You only get an envelope with the Met Commissioner's stamp on it for 2 reasons. And I don't think I'm being sacked. Yet. I don't know. Following the recent promotions review board, and in light of your recent blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. We'd like to offer you promotion to the role of Detective Superintendent. Please do not discuss this out. Oh, Detective Inspector Spicer, as I live and breathe. Well, just about. Has the old Kingley Street Nick finally burned to the ground?
No, it's doing just fine, thanks. And under my leadership.
You're still enjoying my old job then?
Mostly, Gov. I was just calling to see how you're getting on and say congratulations on the promotion.
News does travel fast. I haven't said I'll accept it yet.
What? You don't want to stay a DCI forever, surely?
I don't even know if I want to stay full stop. The IOPC investigation really knocked me for 6. You work hard and get stabbed by a serial killer, and then you have to prove your innocence in a fit-up charge on the say-so of a villain, and one that's been cooked up by the same people who are meant to be on your side.
Come on, Gov. What else would you do all day? Professional gin taster?
That is insubordination, Detective Inspector. Now I'm a super. I could have you up for that.
See? You've accepted the job already in your head.
One day, I'm going to come back to Kingley Street as your boss again, and we'll see how you like that.
Oh, I said you could never quit.
I'm hanging up now. I've got this sudden pain in my ear.
This was an Evcall Entertainment Grey Slate Audio original production, featuring the voice talent of Michelle Campbell-Jones, Kimberly Cochran, Will Harrison Wallace, Mitch Howell, Devia Meir, Georgie Montgomery, and Andre Rethig. Written and co-produced by Richard Bates. Directed and produced by Simon James Collier. Original music by Zachary Elliott Hatton. Soundscape design by Archie Lyon Maris.